up, guys? It is Nova Flame, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Nova. So, we have something particularly special today. I've never actually tried this recipe before. I'm hoping it turns out good, and I'm hoping my videos download correctly and not get interrupted every freaking... Okay, good. Ignore that. Uploading my partial videos so I can edit. It's editing fun. It's troubles, whatever. It did it. We're good. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So today we are doing a spin-off of chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Today we are going to make, let's see if I make the name right, shrimp farfalle, shrimp farfalle Alfredo. It is amazing. So the difference between chicken fettuccine Alfredo is the noodles. First of all, you would usually use the long rubbery fettuccine noodles. Well, this time we are using bow tie farfalle noodles. They're really good. And instead of chicken, we're going to be using shrimp. You can also use sausage along with the shrimps so you can have a little surf and turf. But today, shrimp farfalle Alfredo, it turned out really good. In my opinion, better than Olive Garden. Parents agree also. So, if you do like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. This is mostly a gaming channel, but I decided to have a little cooking on it. So if you go down below to the playlist, you should see a new playlist called Cooking with Nova. If not, then it'll be there eventually. Anyway, enjoy this cooking tutorial on how to make shrimp farfalle Alfredo. Okay, so what I bought is Berea brand farfalle pasta. It's a really good brand. I always buy this kind of brand whenever I get pasta. You can just find it at H-E-B. They always have standard instructions, 4 to 6 quarts of water to a boil. My pot's not that big, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it up to 4 quarts. And as you can see here, it's almost overfilling. So that's the best that we're going to get, 4 quarts. We're going to crank up the heat all the way to high. I'm going to do about 8 to 10 just to get it rolling. And then we should have a good boil. But then I realized there's nothing even on the burner. I'm cooking my arm off. And so we're going to turn on the one with the actual pot on it. And yeah. Now, as for your shrimp, you're just going to go ahead and cut open the bag, but I don't need the scissors because it's an easy tear-off bag. I am not a smart man, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to dump the excess liquid because you don't need all that. Take your shrimp, and you're going to notice that it has the tail. You don't want that, so just around right here at the base, grab the tail, grab the shrimp, pull apart, easy peasy, toss the tail, don't need it. You got a bowl of shrimp ready to go. Alright, so by the time you're done with your shrimp, the pot should be just about boiling, so let's prepare. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the pot. And when the pasta reacts with the olive oil, it's going to stop the pasta from sticking to each other, which is really nice. Then you're going to add a little pinch of salt, not a lot, just a little, just to give it a little flavor to the pasta. I don't like to add a lot. And then you're going to take your whisk, you're just going to whisk it together, let it mingle a little, you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to set your alarm to about 11 minutes. 11 is usually al dente time. So go ahead and add your pasta into the boiling water. Cannot talk today. Boiling water. You're going to take your whisk. Just make sure the pasta is nice and soaked into the olive oil. Just again, so they do not stick. And they won't if you do this correctly. Just saying. So hit that alarm and begin. Yeah. Okay. So now you have a stick of butter. You're going to cut this in half. You need 4 tablespoons of butter to do your shrimp. So go ahead and cut it in half just like that. So now you're going to take your 4 tablespoons of butter. You're going to just plop it into a medium saucepan. I'm OCD, so I have to move it into the middle. Yes, my hands are clean. Do not worry. So now you're going to crank up your heat to about a 4 out of 10, which is just under medium. You don't want to overcook or burn your shrimp. Now, you're going to need 2 cloves of garlic minced. And how are you going to do that? Well, first you're going to take your clove. By the way, this is what a clove of garlic looks like. You're going to unshed them, both of them, put them onto a cutting board, and how are we going to mince them? We're going to hammer them. So you're going to need some plastic wrap. You're going to rip off a sheet and put it over the garlic. You don't want to be able to go everywhere when you hammer. Did I say hammer? Yes, I mean hammer. studded side, flat side. This is a nice, I think it's iron. I want to say it's an iron hammer. So all you're gonna do is move your fingers out of the way first of all. And you're just gonna hammer, hammer, hammer until the garlic is minced and it looks like a garlic murder scene. Nice and finely chopped and easily distributed throughout the butter. 11 minutes has now passed and it is time to dump the pasta into your colander. So now you have a colander, you're just gonna dump the pasta in there. Be careful because this mother fudger is hot. And I did burn my arm a little on the pot because, well, I'm not the smartest man, just like I explained earlier. And if you did do the olive oil like I told you to in the first place, you will look into the pot and you will see there is not a single piece of pasta in there because it didn't stick to it. It didn't stick to each other. You did it right. Good job. Perfect pasta. So once the butter is all the way melted, you're going to add your minced garlic into the butter. Just spread it out evenly because you don't want it to just like congeal into one big pile, because when it does, it sucks, believe me, I know. So go ahead and take a whisk. You're just going to whisk the garlic into the butter, make it nice and distributed evenly, and you're going to want this aromatic smell just wafted into your nose. It's just amazing. Then you're going to go ahead and take your shrimp, just dump it right in there, and with a small spoon, all you're going to do is just mix it all together. You don't want to disturb the shrimp too much. Just make sure the shrimp is incorporated into the garlic butter nice and evenly. The end result should be the shrimp curling into itself, along with the shrimp itself being opaque/white and a little red pinkish on the tail. Here is also a photo of the end result with all the shrimp in one bowl. For the Alfredo sauce, you're going to keep it at the same temperature and you're going to cook it in the same pan that you made the garlic shrimp, just so it can absorb that garlicky flavor. So for the Alfredo sauce, you're going to need half a teaspoon minced garlic, which is just 1 clove of garlic cut in half. Then you're also going to need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a pint of heavy whipping cream or 16 ounces, also known as heavy cream, and 1 whole stick of butter. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you will need 1 stick of butter, half a cup. You will also need 4 ounces of cream cheese. There is 8 ounces in this block, so just cut it down the middle and you'll be good. You will also need 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. Just 1 cup. There's 2 here because the other one's almost empty. And also salt and pepper, just a taste. So to begin the sauce, you're just going to throw your butter, your cream cheese, and your heavy whipping cream into the saucepan and melt it until it comes together to look something about like this. There's no lumps, nothing whatsoever, and now you're going to add the rest of your ingredients. Starting with half a teaspoon of minced garlic, just throw it right on in there, followed by a teaspoon of garlic powder, followed by a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Just go ahead and sprinkle that evenly into there. Followed by about 2 or 3 shakes of pepper, not too much, don't want to give it too much of a kick. Followed by a couple of shakes of salt, not too much. Mix it well. And last but not least, you are going to add a very generous amount, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese into the mix. This will complete and thicken your sauce very well. So you're just going to take your whisk, you're just going to mix that all together, just get that nice and uniform. So now what you're going to do is you're going to lower your temperature to low, between 1 and 2, to simmering temperatures, just so it allows that sauce to thicken. So you're going to keep it on simmering temperatures for about 3 to 5 minutes. I went ahead and went with 5 minutes just so the flavors can really mingle and get to know each other really well, and it came out spectacularly. So just go ahead and go with the 5 minutes. Every minute stirring, just occasional stir, just so the sauce does not stick to the bottom of the pan. Don't try this at home. It's been 5 minutes. Go and dip my pinky right in there, take a little taste, and boy oh boy, it is perfect! So to complete the pasta, you're going to put your pasta into a big casserole dish, and you're just going to pour all that sauce over the pasta just like a nice gooey lava lake. Also, thank you to my mother for helping me scrape all the ooey gooey cheesy sauce into the pasta. Then take a big spoon and gently mix the pasta into the sauce so that you do not break any of the pasta. Last but not least, evenly distribute your shrimp throughout the pasta. Then just mix it all together so you have a uniform and tasty looking pasta. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, shrimp farfalle Alfredo. If yours looks anything like mine, then you did a fantastic job and you should definitely pat yourself on the back. It is very, very delicious. So if you want a meaty substance to make like a surf and turf Louisiana style kind of Alfredo, all you gotta do is crank your heat up to about medium heat, put any sausage you want into a skillet, then fill it with just enough water to go under half of the height of the sausage. See, it's not that high, it's just under half of the sausage. You're essentially warming it up. Once it's warmed up, you can slice and dice that sausage, throw it into the pasta, put it on the side. It's really good. Now, time for the text. See how this bad boy came out. Piece of shrimp, good piece of noodle. Pop it in. Okay, so I'm back in my room. It got kind of noisy, so I came out to my room to finish the review. So, the sauce? Yes, there is a stick of butter, okay? I'm gonna put this at the end of the video, just so I can collect my thoughts here. So, the sauce is very hearty. It's very good. It's very cheesy, very garlicky. I'm glad I cooked the sauce in the pan after I did the garlic shrimp. The shrimp is nice and tender. It's not too hard, not too soft, not too rubbery, I guess you could say. It is perfect, okay? And now, if you want, you can do the sausage. You can use whatever brand you want. Just warm it up in that kind of style if it's already cooked. Just warm it up. And then you can slice it, throw it into the pasta and shrimp. It doesn't matter. You can have it on the side. My parents are going to have it on the side. I call that style Louisiana style Alfredo. But that's my recipe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.